Before the paper, I knew they would say, and I knew by the looks on their faces. Niggas mad cause I did what they wouldn't do, say what I couldn't do. Look, bitch, I made it. I made it. Came a long way from the basement. Body on me, I ain't playing, y'all. These niggas ain't playing fair. If I would've known better, I'd do better. Took some mess and I learned from a new level. Bought some new shovels and some new stressors, and I'm ready for war like whoever. They counted me out, they can't count it all. Kill a nigga, I ball. I put them points on the board every time that I shoot, I'ma score, and you know I'm a dog. I'm really appalled, don't need no applause. I know I'm a legend, my name on the wall. First record with platinum, my second with gold. Did it independent, no deal at all. And they said it's impossible. Got them high cause I did them without them though. I'm the same nigga slept on the carpet floor. Even back then I knew that I'd be poppin', so I really ain't trippin'. I swear I ain't trippin'. I got in my feelings and got me a million. Couple people I thought would be with me, but they not, so it's fuck all them niggas. And then you next.
Yo, what's good? What's going on? I hope everybody having a great weekend, man, and a great day, man. You did what I'm saying? Yeah, man. We back, though. We back. Listen, man, the card last night, I definitely gotta get with you guys and understand and see what you guys liked about the card last night. You know, it was the first card, I would say. I'm sorry. I think that was PBC third card of the year, if I'm not mistaken. I believe that was their third card of the year. They've already, I believe, they had a Tank card and Canelo Alvarez card, right? If I'm not mistaken, one in May and one in maybe they're four. Yeah. I think I'm thinking right. I think I'm right. I think it's like the third card this year, right? What do you guys think about the card? You know, what you guys think about the card? What was your favorite fight? Who you thought stole the show? I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought that Caleb Plant stole the show. I thought he showed a lot of resiliency. Of course, Montgomery can hit. He can definitely punch, you know. But if you're talking to a person like me, you know, and I know that he's a former PED user or he uses PEDs, probably still got some of that shit in his system. Right? Probably still got some of that in his system. But that was my favorite fight of the night. Overall, I want to know what people thought about the card in general. Me personally, you know, I thought it was one of those, you know, another one of those cards where you kind of knew who was going to win. You know what I mean? Many people didn't. Light skin business in the business. What's going on? Boxing Guru TV. What's good with you? Bernard Gilbert. What's going on? Who's that? Thomas Wright said Rolly base 140. Yeah, it looked like you might be getting up out of here early. But Drew Titan in the building. What's good with you? What's going on with it? What's good? Like I was saying, man, I definitely want to know, you know, just drop your comments in the chat. You know, what was your favorite fight? Who did you like the most? Who you thought stole the show? If you did think anybody stole the show, what didn't you like about the card? Me personally, I know that this is only PBC third card of the year, right? I thoroughly, don't get me wrong, I thoroughly did enjoy the card. I'm not too much of a complainer. But I thoroughly did enjoy the show. My only wish is that these guys that fought this past weekend stay active and stay consistent. Yes, those guys, you know, who from the PBC side of the street or whatever. Yes, they do fight. But they're not active. They're not active at all. And you know, Castro, don't get me wrong. I see we got Boxing Guru say Castro put up an excellent fight against Cool Boy, and I really do think he did put on a phenomenal performance. I just don't think it was enough. But then again, Cool Boy's been on the shelf for almost 2 years. It's been almost 2 years since he fought, or was it been about a year? A year and some change. I think it's been what, about a year and some change since he fought. That's extremely too long, man. You know, I think he fought last May. If PBC wanted to bring him back, you know, and first of all, he wanted to go up from the beginning of the beginning of everything. I remember I was the person who told you guys that Cool Boy was actually going to rematch Brandon Figueroa at 126 on the Crawford and Spence undercard. You know, upon almost 2 years ago when they were supposed to fight the first time. You know, I remember telling you guys that because Cool Boy personally told me himself that. And then here we are 2 years later, first fight at 126. Now, I don't think much of Carlos Castro. Yeah, he put up a good fight against Brandon Figueroa as well. But I also feel that if Cool Boy wasn't off a long layoff, it would have been more of a dominant performance. Yeah, Cool Boy, getting adjusted to the weight class, 126. I actually think he's very, very strong at 126. Yes, he was dropped. And that comes from being on the back end of someone who's tall, being on the back end of his punches when he was trying to find his range to step inside and go up under those punches, right? But it just so happily got caught, and that's a lot of people get caught stand on the back end of those punches of a guy who's who's extremely tall compared to Cool Boy, who's only like 5'6". When you get caught with those type of shots, you never know what's on the back end of those, what type of power is on the back end of those shots. And then furthermore, in that high guard defense, these guys are nowadays are taught the high guard, which is cool. Don't get me wrong, though. It's nothing wrong with the high guard, right? But it's nothing wrong with the high guard, but everybody in the U.S. uses the high guard. When you look at guys who fought in the 50s, 60s, 70s, 50s, 60s, 70s, on to the 40s, those guys didn't use high guards like that. They use crossbar in the old school form of fashion where, with the lead hand down and, heat lead hand halfway or half out. So you can't tell me that, that it's only one form of fighting. No. But unfortunately, Cool Boy was on the back end of the punches using the high guard. He did change up the game plan. I believe that Bozy Ennis gave him some great instructions, right? But then at the end of the day, but been in the ring for so long and fall now, Cool Boy is going to see taller guys at 126, right? It's no longer 122 where everybody, pretty much your height. You're going to see taller guys at 126 and keep going up. I believe that, these guys just have to stay. I believe these guys just have to stay busy, man. They don't fight enough. These guys don't fight enough. And it's sad. It's sad. And in most cases, depressing. I know a couple guys right now, they fake it and funk, but really can't pay bills right now because they're not fighting. And I'm talking about people who manages money well. That's my only takeaway from this card. It was cool seeing these guys fight again, but Uncle Al got to let these motherfuckers fight often. I mean, come on, man, 3 cards this year. But here's the thing about it, right? People would complain and say, "Oh man, I don't want to watch this top ranked card or this top rank. Oh, they match make this in the third. Cool. Well, don't watch. Oh, I don't want to watch this Golden Boy card and the whoop. Cool, don't watch. Man, turkey cards be long as hell, man. I don't want to watch turkey cards, man. Nobody interested in them fights. But shit, you watch Uncle Al cards. Everybody's saying the same thing. Man, I wish we could see more of them. But damn, how many times y'all gonna complain? Y'all complain about every fucking thing. You got somebody who want to make fights, then you got another person who taking all day to make fights and put on fights. Which one y'all? I don't understand. I don't understand. Y'all want these fights. But you don't want Turkey to throw the fights. You want Al to throw the fights. Al won't give you the fights. Al only will fight his fighters a couple months, a couple years at a time. I don't understand what you boxing fans want. Like I said before, I go around, and I just show up quietly. I don't call in any confusion or anything. I go around these chats. I just sit there. I just really relax and chill and see what's going on. And I'm just going what I see in the chats. I'm going by what I see on Twitter. Everybody's singing the same song. Obviously, something has to happen. Boxing Guru say, Cool Boy going to have problems against these guys. His movement's gone. Shit. A lot of that come from being, Uncle Al keeping him out of the ring damn near 2 years too. Now, don't forget that part. Willie Lowe, what's up, my Bond Squad brother? What's going on? Jimmy Bernard said, what's good, Drew? Okay. What's up? Yeah, man, I missed Drew's show, man. I'm on daddy duty, so shit. I'm on daddy duties. But Rod Neal, what's good with you? Drew Tice said, Bread Man for president. Oh, yeah, come on, man. Y'all know I'm going to get there. Y'all know I'm going to get there with Bread Man, because if you know anything, you guys know I did the interview with Bread Man. Y'all know he didn't take that fight lightly. I told you guys from the beginning, I said, man, listen, people don't know who McCombie is, but one thing I can assure you that I know about Caleb Plant he's never taken the easy fight. It may have looked that way coming up for him, right? Because he was just better than those guys. But I know one thing, he wants to fight everybody. And I know McCombie wasn't a slouch. I knew that. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to get Bread Man on. Not only am I a Bread Man fan, not only am I a Bread Man I'm not gonna say fighter, but I watch his fighters, right? I watch what he do stylistically. I watch what he do, towards his training methods, because I believe he's one of the most underrated trainers there is in boxing right now. I know people give credit to some of these trainers who I believe, they pick up these fighters, they don't grow these fighters, right? It's easy to go get a fighter who, who's a champion already, or who's already a contender, and say, oh, I coached this guy. As to where Bread Man came up through the ranks with this guy. Yeah, he did get Caleb Plant maybe like 3 or 4 fights ago, but look who he's brought up. He's brought up J-Rock, right? He's brought up J-Rock. He's brought up what's my dude name? Kyron. So he bought those dudes up. So he definitely, he definitely could make some noise. If you heard Bread Man when I interviewed him, you heard him talk about specifically some of the things that he was understanding about. He mentioned something that I kind of figured that Caleb would start walking McCombie down. He said, man, you got to go and beat up what did he say? He said, you got to go and beat up the bully. You got to beat up the bully. That's exactly what Caleb did. Now, the reason why Birdman said that is because if you go back and look at McCombie fights, he's always been the bully. He's the big puncher, right? We know he used PEDs and, things of that nature. So he's going to try to swing for it with fences. Everything that he did in that fight wasn't new to me because I've seen him fight. I took time to go evaluate and look at what I wanted to see from McCombie. Did he put on a good show? Absolutely, because him being unorthodox and throwing punches from those weird angles and scoring for the fences, he was taking a chance. He was taking a risk. So I do salute that. But again, Caleb Plant, the game plan. I even tweeted, man, I know that Bread Man is going to put together a phenomenal game plan for Caleb Plant. At first, Caleb started off boxing him, right? Started off boxing him, which I thought he was doing a magnificent job. And of course, excuse me. And of course, Caleb did feel the power. Caleb, got caught with a left. It's the left hook in the corner when he tried to look like McCombie pushed him, and he threw a left hook after that, and it caught Caleb. Caleb tried to grab onto him, and he fell to his knees. But thank God that the ref called it a slip, push or whatever he called it, right? But I know that punch hurt Caleb. I can tell, right? But the resilience that Caleb showed, oh shit, he can really punch. I want to say we're around about the 5th round or 6th round. You can hear Breadman in the corner. Hey, you all right? You all right? Got to keep your ass out the corner. Now we're going to start taking our time going in. We're going to go in, go towards them. And don't pull straight back. Don't pull straight back. Go in. Don't pull straight back. And I'm listening. I'm like, huh? What do you mean? Oh, you know he's going to throw the left hand. You know he want to throw the left and then the right. Yeah. Oh, okay. Take that step in. Crowd him. That's what he did. He started crowding him. He started placing his jab hand on McCombie's right hand and crowding him. And once he started seeing that McCombie was welcoming him in, oh, it was off to the races. Caleb started doing everything he wanted to do. Beautiful, beautiful game plan by Breadman. They didn't expect Caleb to walk him down. I've never seen Caleb. Well, let me stop lying. I've seen Caleb outside of the pro rankings walk people down, right? I've seen him walk people down in the amateurs, right? But in the pro rankings, I really never seen Caleb walk people down like how he walked McCombie down. It was phenomenal. It was phenomenal. I believe that McCombie, me personally, I believe that McCombie picked up a couple fans too. I believe that he picked up a couple fans simply because he hurt Caleb. You know how people are, but and then I had to remind people. I mean, shit, of course, excuse me, I'm watching the game too. But of course you're gonna have a little power left over from taking PEDs. So those were good fights this past weekend. I only thought 2 of the fights was good. I thought, Caleb Plant fight was good. And I thought Cool Boy Stuff and Carlos Castro fight was good. Outside of that, it was I did. Now, however, I did want to see the Danny Garcia and Lara fight. But I know that fight, and I told you guys, oh my God, why did you do that? Let me just do an interception. But I told you guys, right, that Danny Garcia and Lara's going to fight damn near almost 2 years ago. Drew Titan said, I want to see McCombie again. There's a market for him. Yeah, I don't want to see a PED user, so you can have him. I don't want to see him again. I don't want to see him again. I don't rock with no PED users. I don't rock with none of them. So shit, and that was one reason I had to force myself to watch the replay of the Canelo fight. Right, I had to force myself to rewatch the rerun, right? Because of course, I got a way that I can rewatch the fights. Yeah, you didn't know that? Breadman said that. That was one of Breadman's concerns going into the fight because they know that he was a PED. He got caught. Damn, y'all didn't know that? Yeah, McCombie used PEDs. Y'all didn't know that? Go back and watch the interview. That's one of the things that Breadman said. That was one of his concerns. He know that this guy used PEDs. All right. So I did want, like I said, I was one of the ones who told you that, Lara and Danny Garcia was next. And I told y'all that years ago. I even texted Danny about it, talked to him about it plenty of times. And I was confident that fight was going to happen. Finally came to fruition. Yeah, man, that's why I kept saying it. Yeah, I kept saying it. But Danny and Lara, man, listen. I did want to see that fight. I kept saying that fight was next. But I think 2 years too late. I think that fight was 2 years too late. Danny Garcia, he looked every bit. Don't get me wrong. I do think there was some room for Danny to do some work, right? But I don't think that Danny felt comfortable after being out the ring for, again, 2 years. All these Al Heyman fighters are out the ring for all these years, right? Uh, Danny was out for 2 years. Yeah, I know people screaming at mental health and but I know for a fact that Danny was ready to fight Laura years ago. I know that for a fact, right? So I don't want to put too much on him because I know that he was ready to fight years ago, right? I personally got Danny's number. I know. That's the problem with a lot of fighters, inactivity. Of course, I've been saying that shit for the longest. Just goddamn, you know what I mean? You fight one time and shit, you chill for 3 years and fight again. That shit crazy, man. I couldn't do it, right? But then again, if you fighting for Eddie Hearn, who is having regular basis and having his fighters fight on a regular basis, they ain't really making no money, right? Now, so y'all know I be knowing this shit. So people who talking about Eddie paying people, that's a fucking lie. I personally know 2 fighters who fought on the zone recently upon the Matchroom. Recently. Ain't really make no bread for real. And they got 20, 30 some odd fights. So, hey. Shaking the dice say that's the PBC plan. That's what Fred was talking about. Shit, I know, but shit, I know that the resistance that y'all was giving Fred, I personally know what was going on. But hey, now you guys see for yourself. Danny, man, like I say before, there's 2 years too late for that fight. It could have been happened, right? I didn't want to see Danny go out like that. It's not like Danny got his ass whooped. Let's be clear. It's not like Danny got his ass whooped or anything of that nature, right? It's just that, dog, you just had got the 147 for real. He said the hell with 154 and just went to, and just went to 160 and fought at the catch weight. And you can tell that the weight, me personally, I don't think it was anything that Laura was doing that can, that was big for Danny, too big for Danny. Nah, I don't think it was anything that was too big for him. I just think that the volume, the size of the punch. What I mean by the size of the punch, the impact of the punch. Those, it might have been little jabs, and it might, the straight left hand here and there before, taking that knee. Danny felt that shit, right? You got to remember, Danny started at 140 pounds. Now, people would say, well, that's 20 pounds, 50, 60. That's 20 pounds. It don't fucking matter. You got to understand, these guys who's fighting at 160, they coming down from 185. These guys that fighting at 154, they coming down from 175. You know what I mean? The guys that fighting at 47, they coming down from 65, 70. These big dudes, man. These big dudes. And I just don't think that Danny, even though Danny can crack, don't get me wrong, I personally know that Danny can crack, right? But even though that Danny can crack, that don't mean that your crack carry with you. Laurie is on the back end of his career, right? He's still a champion. Laurie still looks good. He's able to sit down on his punches. And now Laura doing the cracking. Right? Laura doing the cracking now. You know what I mean? I wish Danny would have fought Crawford early. They had history. What you think, Tay? Yeah, I mean, shit, but again, that's that side of the street shit. Danny was champion at 140. Crawford was champion on 140. That side of the street shit, man. You know what I mean? That side of the street shit. That's the only thing I can really say about it. And I've been watching. I've been watching Danny for a long time. Man. Said, come on, man. I had Laura beating Canelo. Where the hell that come from? Where the hell that come from? I don't know what you're talking about. Mr. Fitzfall Sports say Plant did his thing. Garcia quit. I thought he would lose via decision or win by KO. If he could catch Laura with flush power shot. I don't know if the power was really traveling like that because Laura wasn't even backing up from the jab or even the right hands that he did catch, even the right hands that he did catch him with. You know, one thing I know about Danny fighting the southpaw, Danny gonna throw the right hand and he gonna step in and keep the same right hand and use that as a jab. He did that twice. He caught one time. He caught what's his name? He caught Laura with it, but Laura didn't even budge. You know what I mean? He ain't even budge. So that to me was like, yeah. You know what I mean? I felt it was gonna be a long night from right there. But you know, Danny's still one of my favorite fighters, man. You know what I mean? Danny's still one of my favorite fighters. You know, people say, you know, people tell you that he was there for a check or he's done or you know what I mean, or he washed and things of that nature. You know, people will say stuff like that when it's, you know, when it's they on the back end of their career. You got to think that I think Danny's 36, 37 years old now. Danny been in a lot of big time fights. And if you want to be real, Danny not even supposed to be a champion for real. Many people never did have Danny coming into the boxing world being a champion, even in the amateurs. You know, people call Danny just like a subpar fighter. You know, people just call him a subpar fighter. But he went on to beat Matisse. Everybody counted him out when he beat Matisse. You know what I mean? Yeah, he's had some subpar performances, questionable performances while he was champion. You know, but then he come to get then he becomes unified champion at 147. I mean, listen, the man had a great fucking career. Great fucking career. You know what I mean? So for me to say this, and the third about a fighter who's been there and did that, yeah. See, we got somebody who really don't know me. You know what I mean? You know, they like to talk shit about a fighter. That's not what I'm about. But if you feel like you got to do that, you know, it's a button to call erase yourself, my boy. You can get the hell on. I don't do that over here, my boy. I don't know where you come from, my boy, but you can go somewhere else with that shit. I don't knock fighters. That might be what you do, but I don't. I said, I mean, if someone's getting paid $1-3 million a fight, that's hard to take fights that are in the low six figures. Is that? I mean, shit. Like I said before, they need to start paying. Need to start paying. Shit. They need to start paying. That's the whole reason why. That's one of the reasons why Turkey doing what he doing. Because don't nobody want to pay and don't nobody want to have fights. It's simple. Yeah, my boy, you gotta get up out of here. Yeah, man. Sometimes you gotta go where you want it. That's the thing. I don't think people understand that. Sometimes you gotta go where you want it. Like one thing about me over here, y'all know I don't talk shit about no fighter. If anything, we gonna you know what I mean. I'm gonna big them up. You know what I mean. But to continuously after I said that, man, come on, man. You better ask about me. You better get fucked from around me. Say Danny a great fighter, but he quit straight up. No, I'm not. Yeah. He did quit. I'm not saying that. I'm not. Well, his dad quit. He was just like his own his dad. But I can, me personally, seeing in his face, it was just too much for him, bro. It was too much, bro. The motherfucker coming from 140. You got to think 140, 147, 154, 160. Bitch, that's a lot. You know what I'm saying? And you 30-something years old. Oh man, shit. You fought nothing but world fucking champions. He fought nothing but the best. He fought the world champions. You know what I'm saying? Shit. And he got newborn babies. Shit, fuck that. I'm going home to my daughters, my kids, all that. Fuck what y'all talking about. Quit who? Shit, this 20 some million I made out of boxing ain't quit. Fuck you talking about? Yeah, Danny beat that. Thank you, bro. Danny beat the odds. That's what it is. That's the fact. You know what I mean? And again, I hate the way that ended. I hate the way it ended. I hated the whole thing for him. You know what I mean? I hated the whole thing for him. You know what I mean? So shit, you know. Hopefully Danny can, you know, come back down and weight. I think Danny would be much better if he could come back down and weight. I really do. I really think he'd be much better if he came back down and weight. I believe he do beat some of the guys at 154. You know, even if he he can fight a guy like Tim Tszyu. He can fight a guy like Tim Tszyu. You know what I mean? He can fight the guy that Madrimov, who Crawford just fought. It's some guys that Danny can still fight. You know what I mean? I know he wanted to become a champion again, but he wanted to be a champion in 3 different weight classes, and that's cool. Like my guy A17 said, Danny beat the odds. Yeah, Blair Cobbs, it still fights for Danny out there. That's basically all I'm saying. He didn't have to do that. And like he said, he was there to be great. Cool. I get it, my boy. I get it. I just hate that. I just hate how that happened. That's all that is, man. I just hate how that happened. I really do. I hate how that happened. Said Berlanga fought better than I thought it would. Man, I ain't even gonna lie. I had to make myself watch that fight because I really didn't. I didn't watch the fight last night. Said my mic is popping. What you mean my mic popping? Something happened with my mic? Something going on with my mic? My mic straight? Shit, I hope my mic's straight. Something wrong with my mic? I'm good. Y'all can hear me? Oh, okay. Cool. Say respect to Danny. Yeah. Said, but who's going to pay him what he wants for some of those fights? I don't think he cares either way. Man, all I know is this. Somebody will pay for those fights. That's for sure. Because it ain't like these promoters paying for fights anyway. Somebody will pay for it. Shit. Somebody will pay for it. It ain't like they paying anyway. Shit, if we gotta have a promoter to have a card 3-4 times a year, shit, we better have some money. Shit. Mark Wonderlick in the building. What's good with it? Rahul Long, what's going on? King Mish, my dog, what's happening? Okay, yeah, I'm good. Okay, cool. I was wondering, like, man, okay. Yeah, I don't know, man, you know. I must have fixed the mic or something, you know what I mean? Cool boy stuff, man. Cool boy stuff. First fight back. I recently just seen some of his tweets on Twitter. I'm not sure what he was getting at or alluding to. Right? I'm not sure what he was getting at or alluding to. But it was his first fight back, man. It was the first fight back, man. You can say the same thing for Caleb. Caleb, shit? Honestly, was that the first fight back for Caleb? Yeah, Caleb fought. Who Caleb fought last? Because I was there. Damn, who Caleb fought last? Was it Benavidez? Was that the last guy he fought? Damn, has Caleb fought since the Benavidez fight? Yeah, Benavidez. That was okay. Okay, so Caleb back. No, all right, Caleb back. First fight back. The jab. Caleb was getting touched with the jab a lot, and again, that could be from being off for a substantial amount of time, right? Uh, Shake it and Dice said, I fear for EJ, Gary Russell, and our PBC favorites. The inactivity is going to kill them. Man, hey. Yeah. 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 It's definitely going to kill them, man. A lot of fighters. A lot of fighters. And it's only one person I can say that was really. I mean, he don't even fight on PBC no more. The kid that I'm talking about, he don't even fight on PBC no more. And that's White Chocolate. White Chocolate, he don't went over there. I think he went over there to Top Rank, and shit, he looking real damn good. He was the only person that would really fight consistently. That I know of, and I think that he was doing a wonderful job. Said injuries help with that inactivity, absolutely, for sure. So he went from Canelo to Darrell, KO, then Benavidez. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Man, Caleb has turned into a fan favorite fighter. I mean, don't get me wrong. People always say, Caleb, he like a slick black boy. Ooh, damn, he just got lit up. People say he like a slick black boy in the ring, right? Of course, he's Caucasian, right? He's white boy, and he can move. You know what I mean? But that little flavor that Breadman has added to his whole repertoire, man, it got him looking real good. His walk down game was on point. Like we can't lie now. His walk down game was on point yesterday, right? And then you start to see Caleb get in the groove and start showboating. You see him get in the groove and start showboating. McCumbee was throwing those hard ass punches. Caleb moving, weaving, bobbing, weaving, putting on the show like he looked like. I'm not gonna say that, but he was doing some of the old Roy Jones taunts in the ring yesterday. He had some of the old Roy Jones taunts. And you can see the crowd getting rowdy, piping up, turning it up a notch. You can clearly see that happening. And when fighters get into that mode, man, that's going to make people go, man, hey, I got to see that Caleb Plant dude fight again. I got to see that fight again. Or maybe Caleb Plant can get a rematch with Canelo Alvarez. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. I wouldn't mind seeing it again because I do think that Caleb has gotten better. I think Caleb has gotten 10 times better since fighting Canelo. So the only guy on McCumbee record I knew was Chris Pearson. Yeah, of course, but see, that's the thing, T-Dog. That's the thing, right? I'm not sure if you was over here when I interviewed Breadman, leading up to the McCumbee and Caleb Plant fight, right? One reason why I did interview him, not because that's my guy, not because I follow his teachings, right? I knew McCumbee was a tough fight. Like, that's something that I knew. I knew he can present problems to Caleb. I knew he can punch a little bit, right? I've heard by different spar partners he can punch, but a lot of different spar partners also told me, well, since since we know he was on PEDs, we don't really know if he can punch like that. You know what I mean? Or if he has some help. Or if he has some help. So that was one of my main things right there. You know what I mean? For sure. Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing. Hey, I wouldn't mind seeing Plant Berlanga. I wouldn't mind seeing Plant Mungia. What? How they say it? Mungia. Mungia. Plant being in with two monsters. Now he has real confidence and belief that other guys can't beat him. He's improving. Yes, yes, I believe so too, bro. I believe so too. Plant Heart makes him a great. Nah, you right. Hey, for sure. I'm with what both of y'all saying. I'm definitely am. What about the Canelo fight, man? Let's get there. Uh, Many people thought that Canelo Alvarez would, tear Berlanga ass up, in which it definitely looked like that at the beginning. Berlanga goofy ass got dropped with the left hook. Uh, for a minute, it did look like Berlanga was very, very timid. He was very, very timid. But I ain't gonna lie, like Edgar Berlanga, only thing I liked about him was the shoes that he was wearing. That's the only thing I liked about it. I like the shoes that he was wearing. Oh, and Cool Boy Steph had on Mason Margellas. He was fighting some Mason Margellas. You know what I mean, you don't get. That's how you know you hit a million dollar status, million plus fighting anyway. When you fight anyway, boy, you're gonna have a good chick. You know what I mean? Caleb Plant had on the Kobe girl dad shoes. You know what I'm saying? Good check. When you get that good check, that what happens. You rock them type of sporting boots. You know what I mean? And then of course, Berlanga had on the Ricks. Woo-wee, them shit was clean. Berlanga had to feel that shit and see if he could handle it, I guess. But I don't know what Berlanga goofy ass was doing. But he looked real timid. And he bit on the hezzy. And when he bit on the hezzy, or the feint, what people call it, got hit with that left hook. And boy, shit, he said, fuck. I don't know if he was saying fuck because he got hit, or he was saying fuck he can punch. I don't know, man. I really don't know. But however, I do feel as if, you know what I mean, Berlanga did prove a lot of people wrong. No matter what we want to say, he went the distance. Canelo hasn't been a distance. Canelo's been going a distance lately with fighters who we don't even expect him to go distance with. He said, nah, fuck, because he got caught slipping. Berlanga looked strong. Now, Berlanga was 193 pounds last night. Berlanga looked strong. Once Canelo dropped him, he actually looked better than I expected. Didn't think Berlanga would see the finishing bell. Lost down every round, though. Yeah, he lost every round. He didn't come lay down. I agree with that as well. He was like 193 pounds, as they reported in the ring last night. And he looked big as shit. I said, God damn, this boy, he got bigger. And that just lets you know, man. That just lets you know. 193 pounds, Canelo gotta be fucking cracking. But then again, we all know he was juiced up as well. I ain't gonna say he was juiced up last night, but we know he was juiced up before. So, man, overall, I do think that it was a pretty decent card. There was only two fights that I really wanted to see, right? I didn't watch the Canelo and Berlanga fight last night, but I did end up watching it today just so I can know what happened on my own. I watched the Cool Boy Steph fight. I watched maybe like the first 3 rounds of the Lara fight and Danny fight. Of course, I watched the Caleb Plant fight, and I won me some money with Breadman again. I felt like once I heard Breadman talk like, man, we're going for it. We're going to go for it. I think this has been when the trainer said we had a magnificent camp. We've been in camp for this many amount of days. Caleb Plant has been sparring early, often. We're working on this, and the third. When I hear a trainer say that, that lets me know, yeah, let me put some money where nobody else can put some money. Nobody expected Caleb Plant to knock out or stop McCombie. Nobody expected that. And if they did, that's because they didn't know who McCombie was. So, got to put that as a disclaimer as well. I put that as a disclaimer. But we damn sure gonna have Breadman back on this week. I've already made sure that I can get him. I put that in on the Twitter feed as well. Definitely gonna have Breadman probably towards the end of the week. I'm gonna let him get back home to Philadelphia, get time with his daughters and stuff like that because they're major track runners. And I'm gonna get him back on, man. I gotta hear from him about this game plan because it was definitely a magnificent game plan. Up and down my timeline, I've seen people saying, damn, what an adjustment by Caleb, or who is this trainer? I've been seeing it on my timeline up and down of it last night. So that let me know that Caleb definitely is putting in work with Breadman. Definitely. So definitely got to watch that. We got some more fights coming up. You actually got another card coming up with PBC, and that's going to be Tim Tszyu. You saw Tim Tszyu last night. You saw him last night on the telecast. He's going to be coming back. You got Spence put out something that he was coming back with no Tank fighting at the end of the year. So it's going to be some more fights, man, from the PBC side. And, of course, Turkey and, everybody else got their cards going on as well. You got the fight with Anthony Joshua and Daniel Dubois. I'm going to tell you guys this. Don't be surprised if Daniel Dubois win this fight. It sounds crazy. People might say, oh, yeah. It sounds crazy, but don't be surprised if Daniel Dubois beat Anthony Joshua. But it's about time for my bed, man. I appreciate everybody stopping through. I'm definitely going to be on probably on Tuesday. Yeah, I'm coming back on Tuesday evening. So tap in with me Tuesday, and hopefully by Thursday I can have Breadman back on. We're going to chop it up. I actually got a couple people coming to do some interviews. I already got lined up. I just got to press play. But with that being said, I'm out. Love, peace, happiness, and hello, world.
But for the paper, I knew they would say, and I knew by the looks on their faces. Niggas mad cause I did what they wouldn't do, say what I couldn't do. Look, bitch, I made it. I made it. Came a long way from the basement. Body on me, I ain't playing, y'all. These niggas ain't playing fair. If I would've known better, I'd do better. Took some mess and I learned from a new level. Bought some new shovels and some new stressors, and I'm ready for war like whoever. They counted me out, I can't count it all. Cause little nigga, I ball. I put them points on the board every time that I shoot, I'ma score, and you know I'm a dog. I'm really appalled, don't need no applause. I know I'm a legend, my name on the wall. First record with platinum, my second with gold. Did it independent, no deal at all. And they said it's impossible. Got them high cause I did them without them though. I'm the same nigga slept on the carpet floor. Even back then I knew that I'd be poppin', so I really ain't trippin'. I swear I ain't trippin'. I got in my feelings and got me a million. Couple people I thought would be with me, but they not, so it's fuck all them niggas. And then you next.